Country happenings in Boone's embrace. Graystone Lodge with its gentle grace. Concierge level service so fine in the heart of mountains where trees align.
Good morning, LKN. Happy Thursday to you. One of our favorite segments of the week where we get to chat with Graystone Lodge, Gray. GraystoneLodge.com. Beautiful boutique hotel located in Boone, North Carolina. High country happenings. We got to get a look inside of what's going on. Who better than Kaity Jo with Graystone Lodge joining us this morning. How are you, Kaity?
Good morning. I'm doing well, surviving the heat. How are y'all?
Doing well. So it is pretty warm up in the mountains this week, huh?
136 up there in Boone this morning?
It's well, not that hot.
Not quite.
It was a little bit warmer than normal, but, our average temperature in the summer is between 80 85. So it's really not that, scorching in Boone. We have perfect weather usually.
It's perfect weather to get outside to enjoy the beautiful mountains of North Carolina and a lot of great spots to stop at along the way, because the adventure isn't just about, driving up the mountain. It isn't just about, at the end of the day, putting your head on one of the most comfy pillows you possibly can, which we'll certainly get to. But during the day, you're probably going to get hungry. You're going to want to do a bunch of things. Is Carolyn Ward with you as well?
Yes.
Hi. Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn.
So the HR manager for Coyote Kitchen and Lost Province Brewing. Kaity Jo, you've brought up Coyote Kitchen and Lost Province Brewing quite a few times. Introduce us to Carolyn.
I know. I talk about Lost Province all the time. It's one of my favorite spots to go to in Boone. I was just there last week for bingo, actually. So they've got all these events happening and live music and some of the best pizza you will have in Boone, and their beer selection is wonderful as well. So Carolyn Ward, she's going to talk a little bit about Coyote Kitchen and Lost Province. So she's the HR manager for them, and it's just wonderful companies that we love to support.
Absolutely. So Lost Province Brewing Company was established in 2014, so we're coming up on our 11th anniversary. And
happy anniversary!
Over time, thank you. Yeah, it's in August, so we're super excited about that. Summer's always, an exciting time for us. But we acquired a Coyote Kitchen in 2022, so it's fairly new to the Lost Province family. But it's our sister restaurant, and so the Lost Province main site downtown, which is located off of King Street behind the Mass General Store. And it specializes in wood-fired pizzas, and, of course, we are a brewery, so we have been brewing our own beer since the very start. And we have a wonderful brew team who does an amazing job with brewing just excellent craft beers. And we've won many awards, like with the North Carolina Brewers Cup, and have done some really great things there. So it's always exciting stuff happening with the brewery side. But at our downtown location, you'll find wood-fired pizzas, charcuteries, boards, salads, sandwiches, really anything, that you could want. And our idea behind the food and the beer has always been to produce high-quality foods that are comfortable, that people would recognize, but we're doing it a step up. So we source all of our ingredients. We cook everything in-house. We make as much as we possibly can, but we work with a lot of local farms in the area to bring in fresh produce and local meat. And we're making our own sausage. We're making all of our sauces. The bread is made in-house. The desserts are made in-house. So we have an incredible team that helps us put all of this together. And then at Coyote Kitchen, we specialize there in Southwestern and Caribbean-style foods. We're also known for being allergy-friendly, so most of our menu is gluten-free. I think we have flour tortillas in-house, and that's about it. That contains gluten. Everything else is pretty much gluten-free. And then we can also accommodate a wide variety of allergies, including, folks who can't tolerate dairy products. If it's out there, we can probably do it within reason, unless you're allergic to garlic powder and onion powder, which is in basically everything. But aside from that, we pride ourselves on being allergy friendly, gluten free, and really serving a portion of the community. That doesn't always have great dining options when you have restricted diets. So a lot happening there. Of course, we also have a full service bar, and it serves as a Lost Province tap room as well. So all of the fantastic beers that you can find downtown, you can also find at Coyote Kitchen. So different vibe, different things going on there, but also, same emphasis on sourcing local foods and making everything in-house, and really being a cooking kitchen.
For
a little bit about her.
For Lost Province, I imagine just the wonderful variety and options of beverages for folks really speaks for itself, and why people keep coming back weekend after weekend. Coyote Kitchen too. I mean, the deliciousness of this food. I'm looking at this menu right here, Carolyn. I got to be honest with you. This is extensive. There's a lot of options here for folks.
Absolutely.
I think everybody can be satisfied. I'm big on the munchies kind of stuff. The appetite. You get a few, you put them out, let all the friends kind of pick. You got a favorite on this menu? I'm looking at this menu, and like I said, there's a lot going on. What's your favorite?
Well, the Hush Puppies are a huge fan favorite. Those are actually one of my favorites on the menu. But you can't go wrong with like a chip sampler. We have so many great salsas made in-house, and the chips are made in-house. So, really it's you just can't go wrong with any of them. But yeah, add those, throw them on the center of the table, let everybody get some munchies. And then, of course, we've got a fantastic selection of bowls and boats and burritos and all kinds of things. So really there is something for everyone.
And I kind of have like one rule. If we're going to go eat somewhere, it's got to have meat. It's got to have like protein.
Okay.
And that's why I love a menu that just literally has a protein section on the menu that you can pick. And even got the wild caught USA shrimp on here too.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So that's great.
Yep. That's awesome.
Kaity Jo, after this meal, this is I've hiked the 14 miles down the river.
Exactly.
I went across the Mile High Bridge. I made my way over the tap room, celebrated with the familia after the success, put back a big old plate here at Coyote Kitchen. I'm going to need to go to sleep, I think, by the end of that point. How's everything at Graystone?
Oh, Graystone's wonderful. We do have a lot of local options in-house as well. One of our biggest things that we like to do at Graystone is support all of our wonderful local businesses. So you can have our complimentary breakfast that hosts, we have Stick Boy bread products there and bagels, which are some of my favorites, and then Hatchet Coffee as well, complimentary to all of our guests. So it's a wonderful place to come and, support local businesses. And we're just a little bit different than your average hotel. And we like to have all of our local partners that you can show your key card and get a little bit of a discount off. And a little goes a long way, especially with all of our wonderful local partners like Lost Province and Coyote Kitchen. And, Lost Province is in such a wonderful location downtown where we've got a lot of events that are always happening. We love to support the Act Theater and just talk about, art crawls and things like that are happening downtown. And a great place to go afterwards is Lost Province. And some of my favorite appetizers there are the pretzel with beer cheese, and their pickle platter is wonderful. You've got a bunch of things on the table. Like we said, well, all my friends and I like to go to Lost Province and just kind of share a bunch of things. And it's really a wonderful time in downtown Boone.
And summertime is just Boone is a great place to be in this summertime. Really, all of the high country is open for business. 4th of July coming up
just
very
next
soon
weekend.
too. Yeah, Kaity Jo. There's a couple of fireworks shows I think going on the 4th. Is that right?
Yes, there is. So we're going to have the 4th of July parade actually in downtown Boone as well. So that's going to be at 11 a.m. on King Street, which is where Lost Province is. And then there's a bunch of different fireworks. We've got the Boone fireworks at the Clawson Birdie Park. It's going to be around dusk. And then Sugar Mountain's going to have a fireworks show as well. And Tweetsie Railroad fireworks. It's one of the biggest in the high country. They always have a wonderful fireworks show that you can, play at the park all day with your family, and the fireworks start at 9:30. So there's going to be a lot of options for our tourists to come up this July 4th weekend and spend some time at our local businesses and just enjoy some wonderful fireworks shows and some great cooler weather up here in the mountains.
Kaity Jo, Graystone Lodge, Gray, Graystonelodge.com. Beautiful boutique hotel located in Boone, North Carolina. The high country is open for business. Carolyn Ward, the HR manager for Coyote Kitchen and Lost Province Brewing, joining us again this morning. Great locations, great experience. You can get it all, and it's real easy. Download the WSIC News app. Find Graystone Lodge on there. You can get that 15% standing discount as well. Kaity Jo, have a great weekend. Look forward to chatting next week. Thanks, Carolyn.
Thank you. Bye.
If I were a poet, I'd pen you a verse. In these mountains so grand, life's troubles disperse.